Hey beautiful people, it is Maggie Liz and welcome to today's video where I am going to be playing some Doki Literature Club. So the thing is, I have already filmed this game, the first, a first part of it, and the first time that program did not want to link on, it said it wasn't the right format for YouTube. So I went back and tried to record another one, and right after, literally seconds after I got done recording, I was about to start editing it. My laptop decides to, oh, this is a great time to restart. So it did not save that. So I'm just going to start from where I left off. Pretty much the only thing you guys really need to know is I met the girls. There's Yuri, whatever her name is, Monica, and then, yeah, you'll figure it out. I can't remember some of their names off the top of my head. I also found out that I'm playing a boy. They didn't tell me that when I named my character, so I'm a boy named Maggie. So, but yeah, and also we had to write poems for the literature club. I joined the literature club. That's all you guys need to know. So let's load game. Start here. Okay. And also my person was like kind of drifting off into sleep. So that's all you guys really need to know. I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of the chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? I wish schools had that. That'd be great. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll still need to get used to it. Don't s- don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. She's so adorable. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? No, not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's. It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Siori, it's written all over you. Eh? Siori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is still sticking out all around here. Ah? I run my fingertips down the side of Siori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. Marriage is really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would even notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Ow! My person's an asshole. Ow! I'm so glad I'm not like that in real life. Hey, you meanie. Yeah, tell my person that they're mean because they are. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Siori, why don't you think you don't have a boyfriend? Ow! God, my person's a dick. No wonder why he doesn't have a girlfriend yet. Ow. Eh? That's super mean. It is. I feel so bad for Siori. Oh my god. My person's just tearing into them. I'm gonna go full screen on this. Like my person's just tearing into them. Oh my god. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I don't think she will. God. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. That's a interesting pose. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Shit's getting so weird. Aren't you? Ah, I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. I hope it doesn't. Shit's already weird. We don't need a button flying off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Why? It did when I bought it. What, were you like 12? If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs are getting bigger again. Oh, what is this game? Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so. Oh, I'm turning into a tomato now. Ah, why does it feel strange to see Siri's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Uh, it's not worth it at all. Siri hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Siri puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do these things. If you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway, so that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I agree. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. My nose is so itchy. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. Oh god, don't say it like that, Siori. You're doing it again, Siori. Yes, she is. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Maggie, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. Uh, by the way, like with my poem, it would give you like words to choose from for um each one, and I made mine kind of dark, so I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Siori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Net, Nats, I'm so bad at pronouncing her name. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, who should I show my poem to first? Okay, let's start from the top. Let's do Siori. I definitely most comfortable. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Siori first. She's my good friend after all. Weird fact, that's actually the first time we actually have been able to choose this entire game so far. So, oh my goodness, this is so good, Maggie. Eh? I love it. It still cracks me up that I'm a guy. I wish they would have told me. It just said put your name. Like, is this game made for guys or something? Now that I think about it, I've never seen someone play it that wasn't a guy, so. I had no idea you were such a good writer, Siori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not. Oh, oh, sorry, I thought that was her. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea why I like either. Ah ha 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 ha. Jeez, I think it's fine for like all of them. I kind of have like the same tone of voice, but with hers, I go higher. I just realized that. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Meggie poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Yes, she is, but I like her. It's weird how she does that. I'm not exactly sure what she's doing. I'm just kind of doing like a nervous laughter every time. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Maggie. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Yori. I'm not sure if Siori sees the full picture of my motivation here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh, okay, so it actually shows us. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I would sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Same though. Click outside the poem to continue. Okay. Siori, this is this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Oh my god, I love her. She's my spirit animal. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Same. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay, so now let's do Natsuki's. She doesn't like us. Just in case you were wondering, she doesn't like us. Maggie, if you're not going to take this clip seriously, then go home. Well, what? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort into it. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. So true. Like when people are that are like, let's say you go into like a profession and people are like, you probably don't take this seriously because you didn't do good on your first like checkup, like if you're doing a nurse. And you're like, okay, so tell me if you were proud of yourself then, the first time you ever did one. I like my person. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. I kind of like it, especially the end, because it's true. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Just like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for the rhyme at the end and then made it fall fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means by that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. You know what? I think she's starting to warm up to me, guys. Just a little. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Mitsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, so next is do Yuri. She has a thing for us. It's really fucking obvious. mm, Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Um, oh, so sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Uh, um, it's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? It's that bad, guys. Like the funny thing is, like, if guys watching, if a girl raises her voice when she's talking to you, if like you ask her something and she raises her voice, she's probably lying. Unless if like her voice just does that. I guess there's probably females out there that are like that, but most of the time, if you ask them something and they raise their voice, like kind of like their voice goes up a notch, or if you, when you're asking them something, yeah, they're lying. I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. I might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. That's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usual typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I feel I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. I mean, you're not wrong. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from topic matters and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's nothing you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Nasuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Um, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Nasuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be literature club? Okay. Um, I'm awful at reading cursive, by the way, so this ought to be interesting. I'm gonna be very honest. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing? Yeah, bathing. I think that's what it says. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue green haze of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Oh, I actually really like that. That's the best one so far. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. So I'm glad it wasn't just me not being able to read that. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. What I was. My person's a lot nicer in this situation. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Okay. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Maggie. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their works. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. And that's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long. It won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I like her. All right, next is Monica. Hi, Maggie. Having a good time so far? Yeah, good. Glad to hear. My voice also kind of goes higher with her. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring these things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Maggie. We're all a little embarrassing today, but it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Hmm. I like this one. It makes me think of something Siori would like. Is that so? You and Siori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Siori and I are actually really different. Hmm. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well being. Even if you show in different ways, it ends up being more similar to than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get from reading your poem. Hmm, you sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Of course, I sound like Yuri, but in any case, Yuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. Well, I wrote about a lot of depressing crap, so I don't know what's gentle. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. She's a cheeky one. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because this I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel the way that way. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, hers is longer. Okay. Hole in wall. Okay. Scroll down. Oh, there we go. Okay. I didn't want to fully scroll down yet. Okay. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't. I reel blind like like a film left out on the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the mean, blah, 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 meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into anything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. I kind of like that one too. Is that it? Yeah, okay. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gone pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performing out loud, it can be really powerful. That was the inspiration behind this one. Oh, sorry, what was the inspiration? Ah, well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of empathy, no, blah, 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 epiphany recently. I can't talk, guys. Ignore me. It's been influencing my poems a bit. And epiphany? Can we stop saying that word? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. That is true. I've written stories before, and that's very true. I've realized that my brain does that because it's like, wait till like this point, like, so I don't put as much effort into the story until that point. So I can agree. Trying to work on it though. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. To be honest, I thought we were gonna like actually read it in front of everyone, so that's a little better. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even though they're just being nice. There's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Yuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and then Saki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem on the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Wow, shit's getting like it's about to escalate quickly. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nicely at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. It's like about to be a cat fight in there. Which people did, by the way. Siori liked it, and Maggie did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Mm. And Maggie liked my poem too, you know. He, they're gonna try to bring me into this. I can already tell. Okay, I get it. My friend's on playing a game. Shut up. But they're about to bring me into this. I can already tell. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what uh, You're you're just Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Maggie appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Oh, this is getting bad. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Oh God, they're gonna ask me. I no. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Uh, is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Maggie started showing up. No! Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Maggie! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all con con, what? Con convoluted for no reason? Uh, nope. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Maggie. But wait, there's no reason we have to so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning in the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Maggie? Um, well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Seriously, I'm I'm bringing in Sayori. Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri, but Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori, eh? Yeah, everyone's fighting. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? I'm smart. Maggie, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Yuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Shiori got a pair of balls all of a sudden. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you an amazing feeling with just a few words, and Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint a beautiful picture in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? It because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were, big and beautiful. Uh, Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Suri is vice president. I I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You can say that. I already ship my character in Sayori. I want it to happen. You might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If if only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Maggie, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. God fucking damn it. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Yeah, same. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Maggie, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori, Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Maggie, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. Mm, But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going uh every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Suri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? I'm getting the feeling my person's a horn dog. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Suri. I pat Suri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay, are we gonna be writing a poem ourselves? Yes. Okay, I think I'm gonna make it a little bit more meaningful. So I gotta really think about this. Okay, so let's do determination, ambience, eternal pleasure, loud, massacre, happiness, maybe? Yeah, happiness, insight, peace, Beauty, Lucky, Vertigo, Shiny, Desire, Vibrant, Cheeks, Extreme, Heartbeats, Unending, Anger. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. Okay, so I think we're gonna stop it here because this video's been going on for a while. I have no idea how long. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, smash that like button. Also, comment for suggestions on the upcoming videos because I would totally love to take your suggestions. All my social media will be down in the description. My Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitch, and TikTok will all be down there. And I'm 100% going to keep playing this game. I'm so captivated already, even though I know really crappy stuff's going to happen sometime in the future with this game. Uh, Not looking forward for that. Be prepared for tears at some point with this game, with this playthrough. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I love each and every one of you guys, and as always, guys, stay lit, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.